say Mayday, Mayday if you don't need help. We run a lot of that down there in Boston.
What if your radio's red and call me?
It's absolutely fine. If you have a radio and if you're not in trouble, don't say Mayday, Mayday. But if you really need help from the Coast Guard and you need somebody to come save you, you can say Mayday, Mayday. You can say help too. We'll see that it's the same thing. Alright, so this is Mayday, Mayday. It's a Coast Guard. This right here, does everybody know what this is at all?
It's
This guy?
It's the swimming guy. What do you wear?
Exactly, yeah, he's a rescue swimmer.
And there's also a pilot at the end.
Yep.
And then I got a question. If the Momo Puppet turning like into Jack Frost, what did he do? You know Jack Frost? Jack Frost.
I like the way Keanu's going to get ready to listen. Good job.
Alright, we're going to start the story.
Yeah, Easter Bunny,
Okay,
Sandman.
a 30-foot yacht adrift, well out to sea, sends Mayday, Mayday. Please respond to our plea. So he's saying how?
And Jack Frost. And Tooth Fairy.
The call is received at the Coast Guard Air Base. An H-60 Hawk has been fueled for the chase. Do you guys kind of have an idea what an H-60 is? Or a Hawk, by any chance?
A hawk's not a big jet.
It's close.
A bird?
Good guess. We call it a bird, actually. We do. It's a helicopter. So what we say, in Coast Guard terms, we'll say we're launching the H-60, which in Coast Guard terms for us, when we talk to each other, we say the helicopter. And that's exactly what the H-60 looks like. It's called the Jayhawk. On here, they say it's a Hawk. Behind there, we said before, that's the Falcon, the jet that I was talking about. That's a really fast jet that we have. That's the Falcon up there flying around.
Are they testing flying?
Yeah, they probably are. Okay, the flight mech and swimmer still geared and belted in. The pilot's checklist is done. The rotors now spin. Does anybody know what the rotors are?
They drive on the road, they just look around.
Good guess. The rotors are those things that fly over top of them. Those four little
They make
wings.
them fly.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a poster.
There's that. Yeah, right up there, if you guys look at that. Right on the top of that helicopter, you see those three little wings right there?
They spin really fast, so you can't
They
see
spin
them.
really fast.
So you think there's so many.
Yep, those are rotors.
When they spin very fast,
Yep,
it makes them fly up.
it does, yeah.
It makes you think there's like a lot.
Yeah.
When they spin very fast, they look like there's 18 or something.
There does, yeah. Okay. In minutes, twin turbines drown out any sound. A short taxi and then wheels lift off the ground. There's that. What's your question?
The wings on top of a helicopter,
Yeah.
it's like a fan.
It's like a what?
A fan.
It is, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
A fan? But a fan is kind of go.
It does, but it'll be inverted. Alright, the yacht with sails reefed gets knocked on its side, then righted. It battles a frightened ride. You guys know what righted means when you're on a boat? So a lot of the times we call it listing, so you'd be listing back and forth, so you'd be like rocking and rolling. And then when you right yourself, you'd come back up, so you'd be level with the ground, you'd be standing just like you are. If you're not righted, you could be swaying like this. On radar, the small boat appears dead ahead. Does everybody know what the inside of that is right there?
Yeah.
That's the inside, we call it the cockpit, that's the inside of the helicopter right there. Those are the two pilots. There's an actual pilot and then there's a co-pilot too.
There was on that page. Like, if that pilot dies, then they have a co-pilot.
And they can fly just as well as the real pilot does. Okay. Then a flare lights the sky shimmering red. Does anybody know what a flare is?
Firework little light.
You're exactly right. It's a firework. That's what it is. It's a firework that goes really high in the sky. And there's different types of flares.
And then it blows up.
It blows up. It does. One of the flares we call a meteor flare. It just goes up in the sky and blows up. And then the other one is called a parachute flare. It'll go up and it actually has a parachute on it. And the canopy of the parachute opens up and then it'll go down while it's still lit or still on fire. With wind steadily whipping into a gale, the lowered winch line could entangle the sail. So the swimmer is tapped. He knows his job well. Thumbs up from the mech. He drops into the swell. And what they're talking about, when you guys look at that picture, that winch that comes down, you see that long line? That lowers the swimmer down into the water. The swimmer sometimes will come down off of that, or if they're close enough and the seas are really calm, they'll just jump out of the helicopter into the water. A perfect drop aids the rescue swimmer's task. His chem light glows brightly atop his face mask. Does anyone have an idea what a chem light is?
It's a little light on top of the head. It's like tape light.
Yeah, it
Like
glows in the dark. It's like neon
if it's
green.
not a tape, it turns.
You can get orange ones, green ones, red ones, yellow ones. Battling waves, the swimmer reaches the craft, then guides the weary sailors into the raft.
I think what shot.
Yeah.
Yay. Your sharks?
There are sharks.
Yay. No? If someone's like still in there, then there would be sharks in that. Oh,
Yeah.
they might sharks would already been eaten by now.
Yeah. Next, the flight mechanic calls basket away and guides the pilot through the swirling salt spray.
You know sharks are like shiny.
When they say salt spray, you guys know the ocean's salt water, right?
Yeah.
Don't ever swallow salt water.
I don't like the fall salt water. Yes, yucky. It's sour.
We'll make you feel well.
Sometimes it makes you salt. It makes it sticky. I don't like it.
From the raft, the sailor drops into the sea and is guided into the basket safely. So that basket right there, what they're talking about, the end of that line, the swimmer's just attached to that line right now, but a lot of the times they call it a basket. It'll raise, we call it survivors, the people that need to be rescued, people that need to be helped. They'll put a basket on the end of that because they'll put it in there because the thing is that people can't tie in to that winch like that rescue swimmer can. They don't have the equipment on them like that. So they'll just get in the basket. They don't need to be tied down or like that. They'll be lifted up into the helicopter. The pilot's blind to what's happening below, listens to the mech guiding him steady and slow. So there's the pilot and the co-pilot up front, and then the flight mechanic on the winch pulling the rescue swimmer up. The winch is the top of this thing right here. So there's the line that comes down, or we call it the cable, and the winch is right there. It's a little motor that pulls up the line. One by one, the sailors are hoisted aboard, and the last drop before the basket is stored. So we're talking about the basket before. That's exactly what it looks like, really.
Why the guy in that basket?
Those are the people that needed to be rescued, the people that were asking for help. They couldn't find their way back up to the helicopter, so the easiest way to put them in there would be the basket. You can probably put 2 people in there too, so it's a quicker time to get them up. The weary, cold sailors are strapped into seats as the Jayhawk then beats a hasty retreat.
A tree?
Yeah,
That's
retreat.
not like retreat.
Retreat. They're heading back. They're heading back to the base. Now back at the base, parked just off the runway, the refueled Jayhawk awaits the next Mayday. So what does Mayday mean?
Mayday, mayday, help me, help me.
Yep.
Help me. Help me.
And this is the picture of the helicopter. This is everything that goes on it. So we talked about the rotors, the doors, the cockpit where the pilots sit.
Do we get a sticker and we get to bring home that
sticker
color
after.
pack? We get to bring home that color pack too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then this is what the flight mechanic wears too. So for the pilot crew.
He writes on that.
Yeah. He wears different things from the rescue swimmer because the rescue swimmer needs slippers and stuff to get out of the
But he wears